What's up, Airsofters? Today we're going to be critically examining a question we get from both new players and seasoned field rats all the time. Are airsoft shotguns still relevant in 2026? And we'll save you some time right up front. The answer really depends more on you than it does the shotgun, because the real truth here is that the airsoft shotgun isn't a platform you buy for versatility. You buy it because you want a specific kind of gameplay. You want that breacher energy, you want that up-close authority, you want that simplicity and chaos and the fun of dropping a handful of BBs into a doorway and watching someone's entire plan disintegrate. It's not how you drop them in, it's more like a So, whether shotguns are relevant depends really on what you are trying to do and where you play. Your field layout, your engagement distances, your movement style, even how aggressive you are as a player, all of that determines whether a gas shotgun is a meme pick or a legitimate problem solver on the field. And with that said, let's talk about what relevance actually means in airsoft and where shotguns still fit in. Now, before we talk about use cases, we need to define what people really mean when they say relevant, because if what you mean is, can a shotgun beat an HPA-rigged Speedsoft player with a perfect movement and a laser beam AR on a flat range? No, not even if they have an AR magazine stuffed into a pistol with a tank and hose hanging off their back. But that isn't the real airsoft experience for most people. Airsoft happens in messy environments. It happens in cluttered rooms, weird hallways, tight brush, objective pushes, awkward angles, and sudden close-range chaos. Shotguns are relevant when the field doesn't reward precision. It rewards timing, aggression, and controlling space, and that's where the shotgun lives. Before we go any further, we need to narrow down the question a bit more, because not all airsoft shotguns belong in the same conversation. If we're talking about single-shot shotguns, spring or gas, relevant? No. At that point, run a sniper rifle, you're giving up range, follow-up shots, and flexibility for no real upside. Multi-shot spring shotguns? Maybe they can work, but your arm's gonna get awfully tired, although they are more affordable. Multi-shot gas shotguns, though, that's a completely different category. So when we talk about relevance in this video, we're talking specifically about the modern multi-shot gas-powered shotgun in field environments. And to give a nice reference point, I've brought along a handy visual aid. Like I said, nice reference point, watch the hands. This is the Golden Eagle Strike Industries licensed EMG 870 series. It's a classic pump shotgun format, updated with modern ergonomics, built for hard use, and it's a go-to option for players who want primo gas-powered scattergun experiences at not a huge price point. So, with that established, let's get right into these specific situations where a gas shotgun still has a place, and in some cases, a straight-up advantage. Let's start with the obvious, indoor play. Most gas shotguns are at their best in tight room-to-room environments where engagement distances are short, transitions happen fast, and fights are decided in literal fractions of a second. In that world, a shotgun's primary advantage shines. Most gas platforms fire 3 rounds from a trigger pull, sometimes more depending on the model and the configuration, and that means that your hit probability per shot is drastically higher than single BB platforms. You don't have to be a perfect aimer, you just have to be in the right place at the right moment. The other massive advantage is how shotguns control thresholds. Doorways, hallways, stairwells, blind corners, these are all choke points where shotguns go from being a fun option to this guy is a problem. Meaning you with the shotgun. Because you don't need to spray, you don't need to track someone while they move, you just hold the angle and wait for exposure. The moment someone tries to pie that corner, it's over because of volume of fire with one trigger pull. And if you're running a more compact breacher style configuration, that maneuverability advantage gets even stronger. A short M870 tucked into your shoulder is a ridiculously easy way to swing around corners, keep tight to cover, and bring on target without needing a long rifle barrel sticking out and giving away your position. So, if indoor CQB is your primary environment, gas shotguns aren't just relevant, they're one of the most fun and most effective specialist platforms you can choose. Good shotgun play is less about aim and more about game sense. It's about reading the traffic of the field, predicting movement, knowing where players have to go, not where they might go. And once you understand that, a shotgun becomes a tool for creating no-win situations. If someone pushes the doorway, they get hit. If they hesitate, they lose tempo. If they back up, they give you space. And that's what makes a shotgun so relevant in modern airsoft, where so much of the meta is aggression and momentum and getting kind of past the halfway point of the field. A shotgun doesn't just punish sloppy pushes, it interrupts the entire push. It makes makes players second guess themselves. You can literally feel it happen. Players who were moving confidently start doing these little shoulder check fake outs around corners. They start waiting for someone else to go first. They start burning time. Shotguns don't just secure kills, they control behavior. Now, for the more competitive indoor crowd, we need to talk about Speedsoft specifically, because shotguns have quietly become a serious tool in that scene when run the right way. One of the most popular moves is HPA tapping a gas shotgun and converting the kind of shotgun shell to an AR-style magazine. Normally, you're limited by the gas reservoir and the efficiency of the platform, but HPA removes that biggest limitation, gas consistency and runtime. You can also unlock tunability. You can fine-tune output, consistency, and reliability in a way that's hard to match with standard green gas, and it also means that you can actually stay on the field longer without babysitting your gas supply. Now you add in slam firing and the multi-shot capability. Some gas shotguns allow you to hold the trigger and fire as fast as you can by racking the pump forward, and that's where this stops being a funny shotgun build and starts being a real competitive threat. What you're essentially holding at that point is a close-range hit confirmation machine. It isn't about the rate of fire in the traditional sense, it's about being able to quickly deliver multiple BBs on target in an instant in the exact range where Speedsoft games are often decided. Do you need that to have fun? No, but it does prove that shotguns are still relevant in 2026. Absolutely. Now what about outdoors? This is where most people dismiss shotguns too quickly because they assume that anything that isn't an AEG or DMR or sniper rifle becomes irrelevant in the moment you step outside. But here's what's actually true. Shotguns struggle outdoors in wide open environments with long lanes, but in mixed terrain, brush, buildings, trees, trails, riverbeds, campsites, abandoned structures, shotguns can absolutely hang because outdoor fights are rarely clean. Again, you're shooting through leaves and branches and weird lighting and partial silhouettes, and in those messy engagements, a shotgun's spread pattern becomes a feature, not a flaw. You don't need a perfect sight picture, you need a moment of exposure. And if you play smart, hug and cover, using terrain, closing distance, moving from position to position, a shotgun becomes a brutal ambush tool. It's not an all-field solution, but it is an absolutely competitive option when the environment allows you to control the range. And then there's the real secret ingredient, fun. Sometimes the point of Airsoft is not what's best. The point is to use what feels cool, what feels immersive, what challenges you in a way that makes the game feel alive and exciting again. A gas shotgun has a vibe to it. It forces you to play with intention. It makes you think about spacing, movement, timing, angles, cover, and reload discipline. It punishes you for being lazy, and it rewards you for being smart and aggressive. And then of course there's the intimidation factor. Let's be honest, these gas shotguns can be quite loud. They feel dramatic. They hit like a truck in close quarters because you're being hit with 3 or 6 BBs at a time, and when you're playing well, the other team starts reacting to you as a presence. They start calling you out. They start warning each other about your presence. They start hesitating around corners, and that psychological pressure is real. It's not just hype. And even a strong team can get slowed down when they know a shotgun player is holding a choke point. So even if a shotgun is non-optimal in some abstract meta conversation, that doesn't mean that it's not relevant, because relevance isn't just numbers. Relevance is impact. So are shotguns relevant in 2026? Yeah. They really are, but not because they're the most versatile or the easiest or the most meta on paper. They're relevant because in the right environment and in the right hands, they are brutally effective. They control doorways, they punish over-aggression, they thrive in chaos, and they offer the kind of gameplay that feels raw, tactical, and just genuinely fun in a way that most AEGs don't. So whether you're looking to run one as a breacher, build an HPA Speedsoft monster, or just show up with something that makes other people nervous at every doorway, gas shotguns are absolutely not dead. And if you want a modern, field-ready platform to start with, that's where something like this Golden Eagle Strike Industries licensed EMG 870 series comes in. It's a classic pump shotgun energy, updated with modern ergonomics and furniture, takes accessories and abuse, and you can find the EMG 870 series and everything else you need for your next Airsoft game right here at Evike.com. Hopefully this provided some interesting talking points for you. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on shotguns in Airsoft, and if you've got some stories about cool ways that you've used yours, hit us up in the comments. See you guys on the field.